Welcome to the Tattered Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch. And this is Mike.
Hello.
We're fucking back after like a month and a week. Had some
Yes.
we were busy. We were busy. Mike's computer went out. I wanted to play a bunch of new games, but we're fucking back.
Power went out, internet was down,
And then your
and
computer
then my
busted.
computer busted.
I'm so glad we got that fixed though.
That was such a clusterfuck.
Fucking ice storm. The trees almost landed on my car, picking you up the one day. That was nice.
Oh, it was fun. We're like backing up, and fucking there's like one branch across the road, maybe as thick as my arm. It's just like halfway across the road, whatever. And I see just all the snow start falling out of the tree. And a big branch that crosses the whole road is just like falling into the road.
We were Indiana Jones. We were in that situation. Just backing up down your road was just horrible.
Glad we didn't turn into clay and get smooshed. There's like a huge ass, like, essentially it was a tree. It was hanging, it was a broken branch that was hanging off of the power lines. And it was so long it extended from the power lines to the ground and like didn't make it sag very much. But it was just precariously sitting on this fucking thing. And it's obviously top heavy. So it's like, and was it, they pay a timber company to cut the trees, the electric company,
Yeah.
and they just left that there.
It's like weird because like even Amazon left that box in your fucking bush. That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
That was crazy how that happened. I tried to give it to you at your back door, and then you came through the front, and I was like, I'm setting it right here, bastard.
I use that door. I use that door to do yard work.
I just thought you were straight up coming through that door, so I was waiting on your back porch like, fucker. I was trying to be nice.
Yeah. So you left it in the bush.
No, that was the Amazon guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
He like picked it up. He came back, picked it up, and threw it in there. I have no idea. How funny would that? How pissed would you be if that was him though? But just right
I
here.
was like confuzzled.
I was watching you the whole time, and you like look at your box. You touched it a little bit, like wiped it off, even though there was nothing on top of it, and then you just looked around at it. You looked up, and you had like this grin on your face. And I was like, oh, he's fucking pissed. Who do I complain about this? That was great.
This is like a surreal moment. I was like, there's no way that happened.
I've come to the realization that people are pieces of fucking dog shit.
Well, no, they always have a picture confirmation thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never look at those. I just find my box. If my box doesn't show up, then I call. Like, it's whatever. But, couple things real quick before we get back into
Oh, wait 1 second.
this.
You know how people have those video cameras like at their door?
Yeah.
Well, I seen
Tell me
this
you bought
video.
one.
No, I seen this video of an or one of the cash grab people or whatever they're called, grub. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking?
yeah.
Yeah. She's like holding all this shit in her hands, like barely, and she's like, "Hey, it's whatever. What's it called?
What?
The people you call and they pick your food up and bring it to you."
Oh, DoorDash.
Yeah. They're like, "Hey, it's DoorDash." And she drops the fucking dude's pop and she just like kicks it away from the door.
I watched one time where this fucking dude, he was walking up the steps and it was snowing, he had all these fucking bags in his hand. He fucking slipped on like the second step and just hit the fucking ground. Everything went everywhere. He starts just kicking all the bags across the fucking porch. He like kicks over a chair, throws a fucking like I think he threw like a smaller chair, and then just walked down the thing, kicked the fence on the way out, fucking just left. He's so mad.
There's
Oh
so
man,
many good ones, dude.
yeah, there
I
is.
could go on forever about them.
Right.
But go on with what you're saying.
Oh yeah. All right. So we're gonna put Final Fantasy 9 on hold. We have a lot of gaming requests. This episode is just gonna be covering what we've been doing in the meantime, since um,
There was
Mike
some
had a
time.
clusterfuck and I needed to play new games because. I mean, I'll be honest with you. This show stresses me the fuck out, and I just wanted to play some games I wanted to play. But we're back. We're fucking back. We're gonna record 2 episodes this week, and I'll drop this one tomorrow, and then I'll drop the next one next weekend. Give us time to prepare for our first fan requested game, Super Mario 64. Since I know Mike loves that game, we're gonna start with that. Kick it off nice and strong. It's a lot of N64 shit, and then like you got Morrowind, like Elder Scrolls Morrowind, and just like
Never
random
played
shit.
Morrowind.
Neither have I. Well, I played like 5 minutes of it, and then my disc was like scratched and fucked. But I have a new one that's like really nice, so we can like have a weekend where you can come over and we could just play Morrowind and shit.
I know there's a bunch of ways to break Morrowind, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
And there's this, like, I forget if it's a thievery skill or something, but you can scale walls. And I want to be a fucking Khajiit that just fucking climbs over walls and jumps across the map.
I have a story about something like that in Pokemon Arceus Legends when we get to that. So, did I tell you? I'm pretty sure I told you. They came out with a Cuphead show. Yeah, we had that talk yesterday. That show's fucking awesome, and I was wrong. It does kind of have a storyline, but it doesn't like focus on it directly, really. Like the devil just shows up every now and then and like fucks with
Loose
him.
story.
Yeah, he just fucks with him every now and then. Like he pops up in an episode and he'll be like, "What the fuck you mean paint your fence? You owe me my soul, or you owe me your soul." It's like, yeah, but I got this invisible sweater on, so you can't touch me. It's like what?
So it's like Inuyasha.
Yeah, it's just like kind of off the beaten path every now and then. But it's a really good show. Yeah, I love shows that look like that. Like, do you remember like? Have you ever played Felix the Cat?
I know of Felix the Cat.
Okay, well, like the show, yeah. Well, it's like
I
those
think I
old
watched the
shows, but
movie.
color.
Well, there's like movies that came out. Like he has the magical bag thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a very strange movie that came out, and like, what is it? Like, it's in the style of like Secret of Nim and fucking Dark Crystal.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Casey loves that movie, Dark Crystal.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
haven't seen it in a while. It might look a little uncanny now.
Oh, I watched it last year.
Oh, is
Yep.
it good looking?
Looks like shit, but all right. I get it though. I mean, it's cool looking. It's cool looking, but it still looks like shit. You know.
Uh, that's the same dude that made the Muppets, I think.
I fucking hate Muppets so much.
Why?
I just never fucking liked them. I don't know why. It was
I like
just
Fonzo.
it's like, didn't they make like Muppet Juniors or something like that?
Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I watched that a lot.
What?
I watched that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, just because it was the only thing that was on TV, like, really early. If I was, like, sick and didn't go to school, or it was a snow day or some shit, that'd be the only thing on.
Are you like a fan of like old TV shows?
I used to love watching the Dick Van Dyke Show starring Dick Van Dyke.
That's fair. I would hope it stars Dick Van Dyke. It's called the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I just love how it's named that.
It's like when I was growing up, like I remember when SpongeBob came out, and I never fucking liked SpongeBob. I never really did. But there's a lot of hidden jokes that I see nowadays where it's like, okay, maybe this show was just too advanced for like children back then, because there are like a lot of hidden fun, like more adult like humor in it. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain. But like when I grew up, I
You could
was
also
much.
be a pervert.
Oh, okay. I don't get that one, but all right.
Well, dude, like, whenever you go back and watch Rocco's Modern Life and really, really big man has the nipples of truth and he shoots them into your eyes and gives you euphoric visions, there's, like, no reading into that whatsoever.
Or what is it? Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ren and Stimpy, what, got recreated as adult party cartoon
Mm-hmm.
and is just straight up fucking sexual.
Yeah. Well, it's like Rocco's Modern Life. He was this fucking sex phone worker. You know, like, and I never realized that as a kid, but I never liked the show. Also never liked um, Ren and Stimpy, and I never liked what's the other one? Like Real Monsters and shit. Like the shit that was just like fucking gross and weird. Like the animation was just, ugh.
Like, the point of it was to be gross.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm not into that. But like I watched really old shows like I Love Lucy and
Yeah, I
fucking
watched that.
and Gilligan's. I'll never get over Gilligan's Island. I need
That's cool.
I need the whole DVD box set of that. But like, it's cool how they created Cuphead because they did it in the old style. But it also like those little static ticks you see in those old shows, those old cartoons.
Yeah, from the frames.
Yeah, they put that in Cuphead.
That's
Like the
cool.
whole. Yeah, so it's like really cool how they went in on it, and it looks fantastic. So I mean, everybody should check out that show at least once. First episode's fucking hilarious.
Pilot.
Yeah.
And they're making a bunch of video game shows and shit.
Yeah, I know.
There's
It's
gonna
like
be a BioShock one, and
I heard about
I
that.
don't know. I
Yeah,
really don't know. I'm like, I don't want to be too hopeful.
let it watch it be live action.
It is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh God. This could go really good or really bad.
Because
Yeah.
it can play into that if it's like about the Civil War in Rapture before like everybody's super mutated. I think it'd be really interesting. But I don't know.
What I would really like is for them to do that first, because what people do, this is what people do when they make shows. Okay, it's based off of this, so we're gonna make it this, and then after they've already made this part, and then they'll make a sequel part of it, like a different season that's like what happened after. Then for some fucking reason, after the sequel, they make the prequel. It's like, why don't you just start with the prequel, man?
They're making that Lord of the Rings shit.
Yeah, I heard about that. What is it? Supposedly there's a Lord of the Rings game that,
There's a lot of them.
well, it's other people that are just basically one step behind the normal characters like Gandalf and them, and they're like right behind them.
You mean before?
No, like they're basically on they're all on the same journey together, but like they're
Oh.
like fucking the secondary team. And it's like they're always just one step behind them or something. I don't know. I heard about that somewhere, but I'm just like, why would you ever want to play that? Like you could just be Gandalf, not secondary Gandalf. You know? Because I guess you can have all the same classes as what the normal characters were. It's like, why would you even want to do that? Like, oh, we get to
Um,
clean up everything that they didn't kill. It's like,
well,
what?
it'd be worse than that because they were getting chased by hordes of fucking Urukai like the whole time.
Yeah.
So are you just like in the massive mobs of fucking Urukai? That doesn't sound too great.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and this isn't even the main story, so why would you want to do that? Why would you even think that that
Weird.
would be a good idea for a video game? It's like,
There was like a lot of original Xbox um, Lord of the Rings games that were really good. There
I
was like an RTS one that might have been for 360, but that was a really good game.
I played Fellowship of the Ring, and I think the one right a- after that on Xbox, and they are really good games.
Well, the only name of any of the Lord of the Rings game I remember is was it Shadow of Mordor and
That's kind
whatever
of
the other
recent.
one is. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
the only ones I can remember the names of.
Well, they're the names of the fucking movies. The original Xbox ones, they're the names of the movies. Like, it's just, you're just playing the story, just like
Yeah, but
in the
they had
movie.
like sub names or whatever, and like, but a lot of those games were the same. It's like a lot of the Star Wars games that came from that period of time. Like you always did that fucking 3 hour fight on Mustafar at the end of the fucking any game made about the third movie.
Yeah.
And it's like after the fifth game you play where you do this again, it's like okay.
um, my partner at work, his girlfriend loves Spyro,
Nice.
and I guess there's a game. He told me he doesn't remember what the name of the game was, but do you remember a two-player Spyro where there was two Spyros? He was telling me about that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, huh? I've
What
never
were
heard of
the
that.
games after the ones that we played? Like the Reignited trilogy. Isn't there
Oh,
like a
like a
less
hero's
talked
tale.
about one?
Yeah,
Yeah, where he's like a teenager or an adult or whatever.
oh, you're talking about the second trilogy. Oh, I have them actually. Spyro New Beginning, Spyro Midnight something, and then there's the third one, where they are like huge adult ones. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I do know what you're talking about.
I
It's
don't know.
basically
With the
Spyro growing up.
yeah, this is weird.
So, but um, first before I say anything, what have you been playing in this time?
Uh, Neil,
Neil
Neo,
Armstrong?
yeah,
Okay.
and Neo,
Neo. Okay.
Neo.
Tell me about Neo, because you have told me about this before, but I don't really get it. Is your heater on? I feel like I can hear your heater.
That's my cat purring.
Oh.
She won't leave my keyboard alone. So I'm like trying to hold her back.
Just put her on the ground.
She is, but she keeps coming back to me or the keyboard. Now I have cat hair like all over me. It's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah, that's horrible. Um,
How you go away?
well, what is Neo?
Was it's a Team Ninja game, and it's kind of
You love Team Ninja. You love them so fucking much.
oh yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of it's like Sekiro, I think. Like it's a Japanese like Dark Souls-esque kind of game.
Okay.
You're essentially the fucking uh, Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, but there's
Yes.
like because you're an Englishman named William, and you come to Japan to hunt down this dude that like is that you had like this guardian spirit thing that like keeps you coming back to life. It's essentially explanation for a gameplay mechanic, but like how in Dark Souls you like die and your humanity or whatever is sitting there and you have to go find it, and if you die again you lose all your shit. Essentially, that's how Neo is, and it's pretty long game. You have missions that you go through, and you can re-go through them with a different layout and different enemies for submissions and whatnot. You have a bunch of weapons you upgrade and everything like that. pretty fun. Reminds me of remember that game that the original Xbox game that I had over at your house. What's it called?
Oh, I don't remember.
Tenchu Wrath of Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that game was set up like that, where you'd have missions and you'd revisit levels, and the layout would be like the basic setup of the level would be the same, but they'd put like barriers in different areas and stuff and set up enemies in different manners. It's always fun to have games like that because I think they can give you more levels and what is it? You get to like utilize actually learning about the level instead of like I memorize this area that I'm never gonna see ever again.
Have you been playing anything else besides that?
I've been trying to focus on it because it's a hard game.
You've been playing that game
So
for a long time, though, haven't you?
yeah. Well, I played it before, then like I stopped playing it, and the game is set up so that you only have one save, and if you ever start a new save, it automatically overwrites your save. And I forgot about that, and I probably wouldn't have been able to pick it up because it was different weapons that I used.
Nice. So I have been. Look, I'll tell you what I've been doing first before I start talking about what I've been playing, because we have a whole rack of new games that we can play now.
Rack.
No, seriously. In the past two.
Big old bulbous rack of video games.
Yeah. In the past 2 weeks, I've spent over $2,400. And
Jesus.
yeah, I don't know what came over me, man. Like, I don't know why I did this.
Got the itch.
But I bought these specific things so I would never, ever, ever have to look for them again. And they're all super clean, complete in box. I bought Yoshi's Story, Mario 64, GoldenEye, 2 Mega Man 64s, one to flip because it was such a cheap deal, so I could pay for some of this, and the other one to keep. Kirby, Legend of Mystical Ninja. I had to buy the box and all its contents and then order a fucking cartridge for $110 just to complete it. So, and I cannot wait to play that game, because me and you played that Super Nintendo Mystical Ninja, which is excellent, but I've never played this one. I also won the other Mystical Ninja game. I won the other Mystical Ninja game. It's called Goemon's Great Adventure. This was all Goemon, like.
Goemon.
Yeah, Goemon.
Goemon.
So it was on a 10-spotter wheel, and we made a deal. I asked if I could get this many spots for this much if I buy this many spots. So I spent $300 on 5 spots.
There you go.
And the other dude, he got 3 spots first. Then I grabbed 3 spots, and then I was like, "Yo, 2 spots more. Let me take half your wheel." And he's like, "Do it." So I did it. The admin of the group jumped on and was like, "Come on, Jameson. Where your other 2 spots?" And fucking coaxed him into buying the other 2 spots. We both got the same deal. And then the wheel ran. And on the final roll, I won it. That game's like $800 to $1,200 fucking dollars. The only thing missing is the reg card, which is extremely expensive and hard to find, which is why mine is worth less. However, at the end, I commented in it, and I was just like, somehow I knew it was going to be me or him. Everybody just started going off. Like, we just bought it so fast, it was ridiculous. Because
you like both post pictures where you got like the black bars covering everything but your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And then ever since then, it became like a running joke for a while where every time an expensive game was put up, I would grab like 4 or 5 spots and then I'd put like the knife emoji and I'd call Jameson out and he wouldn't come play it. It was just straight luck though, obviously, so it's like. But I wasn't going to let that game go because it's so hard to fucking get. So I got that. I bought a Bomberman 64. Aiden Chronicles, the first mage. Ogre Battle, 64. Pokemon Stadium, Mario Kart 64, Sub-Zero,
Sub-Zero.
that broken fucking game for the N64. Yeah, I got
but
that.
it like popped into my brain the section where you have to like, what is it called, platforming with fucking shit that falls from the sky, like you're in a fucking Bowser dungeon but you're Sub-Zero.
And you just fall through you can just fall through the floors in some parts. Like it's not in the game, it's a glitch. You just fall through because it's like shitty. It's just a shitty game.
Yeah, they didn't put like program the platform to be as big as the texture they put over it.
Yeah, and I bought Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and I think that's everything. Oh, I bought a lot of 10.
I got 2 of those now.
Yeah, the one I gave you is like super clean. So, I don't know what your other one looks like, but I know all of those games work because Tadpog used them for the show, and I got them from Dave on a trade. I traded RGB Baseball Complete in Box, I think, a partially complete Star Fox, and a 100% complete Secret of Mana for all those cartridges because, I don't know. I couldn't sell these Super Nintendo games that fast, so I was like, well, I'll just trade them for N64, and then what I was going to do was complete them and put them on my shelf, but I was like, Mike needs an N64. So I'll just sell him one of my N64s, and I'll sell him the cartridges, because all those games I can get fairly cheaply anyway, complete. So I was like, I'll just do that. That way you get an N64 and a bunch of fun games, if you ever feel like going back, and yeah, everything works out fine. Because I had 2 N64s, and I've had the other one for like a really long time, so whatever. But,
yeah, I was just thinking about something. There's like a big like thing in the miniature community about how like 3D printers essentially make the factories obsolete in a way. Not everybody's gonna buy 3D printers. That doesn't really work out that way.
Frank's
but, like,
buying one.
I want to buy one too, but you could 3D print like all of the cases for consoles.
Yeah, you could. 100%. Yep. And it does make everything obsolete. You're right. It's like the technology now. I don't know why I couldn't tag you on Facebook, but I tagged Rhino because I thought you both would be interested in it. That's why I tried to tag both of you. But there's a new thing. It's an electric guitar tuner that just straps onto your. It's like a robotic one. So in the video,
the automatic ones that I was looking at.
it's like right where you're. Look, I don't know guitars, but the thing where you tighten the string. What are those called?
The tuning pegs.
Okay, the tuning pegs. It's like this little device that's on the back of your tuning, like on the back of your guitar, right where the tuning pegs are. And all the dude did was strum his guitar, and a bunch of lights started flashing, and then the tuning pegs turned on their own. It was fucking crazy looking. And then he just, like, there was one left that didn't tune, so he just strummed that one string, and then it tuned it, and it just went by itself like the others.
Does it like turn the gear heads? Like the actual physical gears on the back of the head?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Because there was like a handheld one that I seen.
I've seen
that.
This.
Like, it has a little slit for the tuning pegs. I thought that was cool, but what you're saying is like fucking magic.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It just does it all on its own. Like, you watch the pegs just... And it's not, like, real slow, either. It's like... It's like, what? Like, is this built into the guitar? Like, it makes me think...
Wondering.
Yeah, and, like, I never see Rhino on Facebook, but when I tagged him, he immediately fucking went on there and was like, yeah, man, I'm so behind on the times, that is just fucking ridiculous. Like, that thing, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He's like, I still tune my shit by ear. He's like, I'm not, like, you know.
Well, I wish I could do that.
Well, I mean, hasn't Rhino been playing guitar all his life though?
Good amount of time.
Yeah, like there wasn't one time I didn't know Rhino where he didn't play guitar.
I think if I actually like would have played as long as I've owned a guitar.
Even though your guitar's been broke for 7 years.
Yeah. But well, I mean, if I played the entire time I owned that guitar,
Oh
I
yeah.
think I would have played longer than right now.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because I forget when he got his. I think it was in high school at least, or maybe middle school, maybe around the same time. I don't know.
I would say
But like
that,
a lot of people that play guitar or like get guitar. Well, a lot of people just get guitars and never play them.
right. I understand that. I see people do that all the fucking time when I was growing
Yeah.
up, and I was like, aren't those things expensive? You know?
Not beginner ones. Beginner instruments are like $100 to $200
Oh, okay.
for like every thing except for maybe a drum kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know nothing about instruments. However, I had my buddy driving last night.
Yeah.
Before we went out to the bar, well, to the strip club, we went to his buddy's house or his cousin's house or something, and he was showing me everything he had in his basement because he's a scrapper. He scraps. Well,
This
no,
sounds so funny.
no,
My basement, Mitchell.
Well, no, I told him I collect
Look at
video
all
games.
my
He's
collection.
like, I have video games. I'm gonna show them to you. And I was like, all right, cool. So we go
That's
downstairs,
cute.
and he
This is
gives
just
me an
dumb.
NFL '94 complete in box, just free of charge. And I'm like, where's the rest of the shit? And then I look at the time. I'm like, we got a strip club. I saw something in the corner that might be for sale
Alright.
because, and you might want it. It is like a professional, like you see on stage when you go see a band. It's a professional drum set, and it is fucking colossal.
Well, probably.
So, if you were interested in that, I can text him sometime. So, I don't know
I
if
think
you.
one day I'm gonna get bongos and a didgeridoo, and I think that's the extent of my music collection.
My brother Craig, the one you know, he plays bongos.
That's it.
Yeah,
Bongos are cool.
yeah, he
I can
likes
see your brother in the fucking round glasses.
bongos.
And
What?
like he has the round glasses and like what is it? The little beard that you always see those dudes have. The beret.
Oh yeah, with like the golfing hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
It's like I woke up today. Do do do.
man. Yeah, he does a bunch of like random ass shit. I don't know how he has time for it though, because he's like a coal miner.
What
So
else are you gonna do? Bongos are surprisingly cheap.
yeah, I know. That's pretty weird. I remember when I went to Ocean City, and there was a dude on the boardwalk just playing his didgeridoo. I'm not joking. It was fucking weird.
I
It was
tried to
cool.
learn how to do that mouth singing thing they do. And like,
You
I
smoke
always
too
wanted
much.
to try it. No, I don't know if that matters too much. 'Cause I don't want to do it, but like, I watched, I was looking up tutorials, okay? And this is like whenever YouTube was like actually a fun place where you learned about shit, found like random people that were super into what they were doing. And there's this old black dude, and he was talking about the healing powers of the didgeridoo and how he played certain types of used certain types of mouth movement to heal certain ailments and properly align your chakras and shit. And like he demonstrated his mouth movements without the didgeridoo, and it was like the most awkward thing because this dude's like passionately staring at the screen, like in this chill old man way, but you know it looks like he's about to kiss you, and he's doing, and I'm like This is like a train wreck. I can't stop watching it.
That's fucking wild.
Fun days.
Fun days of Christmas past.
Yeah, being up for 24 hours after playing video games and being like, I wonder how people play the didgeridoo.
Did you hear that slam just now?
Yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna believe what just happened.
What? Your statue fell over?
Yeah, if it fell over, I would have just cut the tape.
You're like,
Well, Casey was yelling at the kids, and I was stomping on the ground to like be like, "Don't yell so loud." And my fucking
good.
the foot of the loft wing fell off, and I was like, "Okay, no big deal, nothing happened." And I went to turn the statue to put it back on. The fucking wing fell off. And nothing happened, but I had a slight heart attack for a second there. I'm putting it back together right now, and that is not something I want to be doing.
Maybe your O-rings are like old or something.
O-rings?
There's O-rings on it, isn't there? There's like pegs and O-rings at the end of them.
There's just pegs, man.
I thought there were O-rings on it.
No, just pegs.
Well, then you should wrap a rubber band around it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just came like this, and I was like, all right. Like I chipped part of the foot trying to get it in at one point because it doesn't really give you directions.
Yeah.
So, but like
It was in pieces.
Wait, what?
It was in pieces when you got it.
Yeah, it doesn't come fully assembled.
And it doesn't have directions.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? It's weird. Like it has directions, but it like at the same time, it's like just put this here, put this here, put this here. I was putting the foot in there, but it didn't say what way to do it. I didn't realize like think that a bird that it's flying, because like the way the statue goes together, you would think the feet would go one way, but they actually go the other way. That's why it wasn't fitting properly. So I just used some of this like poly glue, and I got the little chip back on. Like I searched the floor, like it's seriously like 1/16 of my fingernail,
Oh.
and I'm just running around looking for it, just swiping the floor, and I found it. I was like, all right. Costs too much money to fucking just let it go, you know? Fuck that.
Is that like, I know a lot of times when I've gotten stuff that you're like kind of supposed to put together like that. Like it just had like a picture of the fucking thing with the parts like slightly removed out of place, and it had arrows pointing towards the like torso.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing in this. Yeah, no.
So that was like one of the most half-assed directions I've ever seen.
If next time you come over, I'll open up the box it came in, and I'll show you exactly what it came with, and you're gonna be like, "That's fucking retarded."
I remember whenever I was a little kid and got like Gundam models, all of the directions were in Japanese. It only shows the pictures.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, yeah, because I bought that one flesh skin Goku one that I told you about that I got. That was the same way. I bought it from J.C. Penney. Like, I don't even know why they were there. They were just there, like, on a rack. I was like, I like Go Tanks. It was before that shit was even in America. But I was like, I like the way Go Tanks looks.
Yeah, I remember getting like
Or no, it wasn't Go Tanks. It was Gogeta.
Gogeta?
The fusion one, not the earring one.
Gogeta, yeah.
Gogeta. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dragon Ball Z Superhero is coming out soon.
I think I got mixed up. It might be Vegito.
Vegito is earrings.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I was just making sure. Dragon Ball Z Superhero is going to be coming soon. unless it's already in Japan. But all I'm seeing from Akira Toriyama's posts are just like nothing but Dragon Ball Z superhero. So I'm I'm excited. Wyatt's gonna be pumped as fuck.
Dude,
Uh,
that's for some
Trunks and
reason.
Goten are fucking grown up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still doing fusion.
Weren't they? They were in GT as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because Pan, who's a baby in Super, is the main character.
Ah, okay.
Which is weird.
Was she the main character though?
Well, there's like little Goku, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it always
It's
follows
weird.
Goku.
That's just so weird because it's like, oh, when I go, I think it was, what was it, just Super Saiyan 4 when he went that? He had to, his little kid body couldn't contain it, so he transforms to adult.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's like you did that because it's psychotic.
Well, he could go Super Saiyan 3 as child Goku, and then he like freaked the fuck out when fighting those dragons, I think it was, and he like it turned to a black screen. He's like in his own mind as an adult and as a child, and then they come together and Super Saiyan 4. It's like
I really like Super Saiyan 4 for some reason.
so do I, but it's like really weird, you know,
Mm.
like you're pink. Why though?
Or pink. What? Goku was pink.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Vegeta wasn't pink, I don't think.
Vegeta was like purplish pink or something like
I
that.
think he was darker.
I don't even. Yeah, he
Right.
was. There was a tiny bit of a color difference.
Yeah.
But like, how does Vegeta? That's the thing with Dragon Ball Z. Like, I get that Vegeta's always one step behind Goku, but like, okay? So he went Super Saiyan 4. Now I all of a sudden have the power to go Super Saiyan 4, and it's like, what? You weren't a child, Vegeta, that
He
came
got
to yourself in your own mind.
he got possessed by a baby.
Is that how he went 4?
I think so. Cause I thought that looked really cool because he was like gray.
Yeah. What? He went Super. Did he go Super Saiyan 4 to kick baby out of him or something?
I remember him being
This was
how
during the
baby gives him
dragon
the
thing.
eyes. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. Oh, that
yeah.
explains it then. But Goku has the eyes too.
You'll I don't know, you'd have to look at it. Cause I'm pretty sure the eyes and the gray hair and has red lines on it or something.
Oh, the gray hair was definitely baby then, because um, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta he has brown hair instead of black, and then he has
Yeah,
he's like pinkish purple, like fur on him like Goku, but
yeah,
Goku has like straight pink. Now I've been seeing clips from like the new Dragon Ball, which the superhero I'm guessing is what this is, because that means it has to be out in Japan.
super.
But
Yeah,
he
I guess.
he got a new form where his hair is like purple, like a bright, bright purple. It's called like I don't fucking know what it's fucking called. I don't know. I read it one time and just kind of forgot about it and wondered, like, is this just some fan made horse shit or what?
I don't know.
It's like there was a meme I saw of like back when we were like in middle school or high school and we were looking through the internet like Super Saiyan like 10 and Goku
All
has
the fan art
giant
shit.
giant white fucking hair that like curls around him and shit. It's like what the fuck?
Baby has like the baby version of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has like these red lines that cover his nipples.
Oh,
It's like censored.
Here's the new one.
This is my bikini.
Here's
What
the
are you
new
gonna
one.
do now, Goku?
Vegeta confirms this by saying, "The thing is, the hotter my battle's soul burns, the stronger I grow. In a way, this new form is more connected with Saiyan's warrior spirit. However, Vegeta names it Ultra Ego,
Uh,
to compare it directly with Goku's Ultra Instinct. And he's purple. He has like purple hair. Yep, that's it. So, yep, there we go. There's supposed to be like a really good YouTube series of um, it's all fan made of Dragon Ball Z, and they have like red eyes at one point, and they're just straight white fur all over them, and they look like they have baby lines, like babies lines on their eyes from like GT. It's so fucking weird. And then they have like a solid M, or no, they have like a solid red A on their foreheads. I don't know. I guess that was like the most recent one, but I looked at it like randomly, just searching YouTube for Wyatt.
the only fan made thing that I enjoy watching are the abridged versions. Dragon Ball abridged is hilarious, and they use the original music from Dragon Ball, like the dun 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 dun.
Yeah. So, but anyway, enough about Dragon Balls.
Dragon Balls.
So, new Pokemon game came out. That's what I've been playing a lot of, along with Halo. But I've talked about Halo before. We'll get into that because I have some fucking problems with that game. So, Pokemon Arceus Legends is everything I ever wanted in a Pokemon game. And I finally get to just walk around and throw a Pokeball. I gotta fight a bitch. I mean, you do if you want to actually catch them without the hard fact of sneaking around on them sometimes. Because if they're too strong, you can't just pop them with Pokeball. They'll just break out. So,
See, the worlds look like
ass?
they
Yes.
look like
Yes, they
Pokemon
do.
Snap, but like less polygonal.
Yeah, well, it's like if I play it on my Switch handheld, the whole thing looks gorgeous. But as you saw when you came over on the TV, that world looks like ass. Like the trees, if you see it in the water all looks like a gridded fucking half-assed try at making good-looking water. And the trees, you can see like the lines that are branches and leaves. Like it's like, am I playing N64 right now? Like, what is this? Just Super HD 64. So, but I'm almost done with that game. It's actually like super fun.
It's like a land without textures and high definition trees.
Exactly. But like, I don't know. It's weird, and like you don't collect badges because it's before all that shit. Like in this world, Pokemon are known as terrifying fucking creatures.
Where we're going, we don't need no badges.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, well, the opening of the fucking game, you're just like floating in like blackness, and then you see a bright light, and it's Arceus.
It's like you are a sperm.
Yeah, exactly. And he does this thing. Look, your dude has this phone, and Arceus is like, let me see that phone. And he fucking blasts it with a beam of light, and it's the Arceus phone now. And Arceus talks to you through your phone.
They like hate the Pokedex in modern Pokemon games.
I know. It's just like the most shit. It's like the most shit fucking thing ever. And in all honesty, this game, the story means nothing to me, and I skip straight through it because I know what it is. It's fucking. Because once you hear it the first time, I read it the first 3 times. It's the same fucking thing. Let me go run into this guy that's guarding the lord of this land, and the lord is like this crazy godlike huge version of a Pokemon, and you gotta hit it in the face with bombs made of its favorite shit to make it come back to like I don't know, like lightning is coming out of this fucking vortex in the sky, and it's fucking these lords all up, so you gotta make them snap the fuck out of it by hitting them with bombs, and you gotta dodge their attacks so you don't get fucked up. And it's even alpha Pokemon, just giant versions of Pokemon. They
Uh-huh.
just fucking chase you down, and they will kill you. I was like, I had a level 3 Pokemon, okay? Or a level 5 Pokemon. I went off the beaten path, found a level 40 Alpha Rapidash, and that thing chased me for so long, just trying to kill me. It's like, what the fuck? But the game is so much fun though, and it's like it's good. It's just the story is just the story doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I'm not really that much into stories and games anyway.
Really?
Yeah, not too, like I can take it or leave it. It all matters like
I mean, my biggest thing is gameplay, but when I find a game with a good story, oh man, like that is my mwah.
there's this fighting game series that I like. And like fighting games usually are
Don't have a
notoriously
story.
bad for stories. But there was like this story mode in this game, and I don't know if it was the point of the story mode was to just tell you a story, but I
Right.
literally sat through 20 minutes of straight cutscenes and fucking dialogue and didn't get anything at all. So I don't know if that was the point or
Well,
what, but it was like congealed my hatred of games.
what
Like
game is it?
it was Blaze Blue. I forget which one.
I've never even. No, I have heard of that. Yeah.
I've talked about it a few times.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's like, dude, you're talking about the god of all Pokemon. That is what this whole game is centered around. Give me a. It's called Legends. Give me a fucking story. Come on.
I get that.
Like, what the fuck?
Well,
And
how does it convey the story to you? Is it through just dialogue in between missions?
there's so much dialogue, Mike. There's so much dialogue that I just click through it now. Like, as fast as I
Yeah.
fucking can. I make decisions on things by
See,
accidentally clicking too fast because I just don't care.
yeah, that's my like thing about Final Fantasy sometimes. Is like there's just these info dumps, and it's like okay, I was really into the first 2 pages, but like there's like a third, and then I've realized that I'm like halfway through.
See, like the Mana games and Final Fantasy games, I can get into those stories, but most other games I can't if it's dialogue. But if
Yeah,
it's like voice acting, like Final Fantasy X, I've already said a million times, it's my favorite story in a video game. Like, I can definitely sit there and watch that over and over and over again and not be mad about it. But if you're gonna do dialogue, make it good. Just make it good. It's not hard.
I don't know. Make it. I think they should morphine drip the story in, not just like suddenly just shoot you up with like this
Yes,
fucking
that's what it
giant
does.
needle.
That's what it does. But it's always the same thing in this game because nobody knows. This is Pokeballs have just been invented in this game. They've just been invented. Pokemon are known as terrifying fucking creatures because not just alpha Pokemon, but any Pokemon can get aggravated and attack you. And you can die from it.
That's fun.
And if you run out of Pokemon in the field and they all die, you don't white out and go back to the beginning. You have to go clear back to a camp or fast travel to a camp, take a nap, heal your shit up, get the fuck back out there. But you get ride Pokemon, quote unquote, from like Sun and Moon kind of deal, because they go, oh, it's like the ride Pokemon from this land area. That's what they literally tell you. It's like, oh, so you're just referencing Sun and Moon then? Okay. And it's like, and it's always the same thing. I don't know why these Pokemon do this. Maybe it has something to do with the vortex and the time-space rift in the sky. And it's like, we have watched a lightning bolt come down and hit these motherfuckers, and then they get mad. It's not about I don't know why. We know why. Me, as the character, have told you, not through dialogue, by just pushing yes to answer your question a million fucking times. It's not why. We've told you why. You fucking asshole. Fucking pay attention. Quit asking me the same shit over and over and over. Oh, I wonder why, though. It's like, dude, the lightning bolt came out of the sky. It
But
doesn't
why?
matter. No! No, Socrates! No! I told you why! 8 times now! It's like, what the fuck, man? And, like, I'm almost done with it. I have one last Lord to hit.
Yeah.
And that'll be it, I'm guessing, because that's what they said. Oh, this is the last one, so I'm guessing I'm at the end. But the way you rank up by through stars on like it's like I'm a fucking general or some shit. But I'm working through Team Galaxy, and we're trying to figure out what's going on and about Pokemon and blah blah blah. And it's like
Team Galaxy is that old? Aren't they
apparently,
in like
oh,
the
don't let me
fourth or
forget
fifth gens?
the Diamond and Pearl clans are
Yeah.
just constantly hating each other.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, yeah. And they're always
Then the
fighting.
Platinum Nation invaded.
Yeah, exactly. Never forget the day when the Fire Nation attacked. It's like you rank up through stars, and the way you rank up is by doing more research on Pokemon. So this is where it gets weird but fun. Um, so whenever you target lock essentially onto a Pokemon to throw your ball and catch them, or you could just straight free throw, and it'll be fine. But when you lock onto them and you press down on your D-pad, like it tells you your research things. How many have you caught? So like your goal is to whatever this says. So catch 10 of this same Pokemon. But they'll be 2, 5, 8, 12, 18, and every time you level up in that research. Or how many have you snuck up on? How many have you hurt? How many have you seen it? How many times have you seen fucking Squirtle use water gun? How many times have you seen that? How many have you evolved? How many different forms have you caught? So yeah, it's a lot more fun than just going beating your gym leader and that's it. But it's like, I don't want fucking 20 Rabidashes, man. And I don't want to do that. It's like, what the fuck?
I need one.
but there's so many fucking Pokemon that you can just rank up doing research on basic, like, just doing one of everything almost. But sometimes, like, when you get later in the game like I am, yeah, you do got to start doing a little bit of that shit. And it's so fucking... I just think it's a carry-on, you know? It's like, carry on, keep on doing what you're doing.
Bird that eats corpses?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're just fucking constantly doing the same thing. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a cop-out. It's like, really? I gotta catch 20 fucking of the same
Tedious.
Pokemon? Yeah.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
It's like the shit you do in 10 with the monster catching shit.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that's why I never did that in that game. But when the game revolves around doing this, but has so many of the same thing that I can just keep on doing it, it's really not that bad. But I just think they could have tried harder. Yeah. I think this is like the best way to put that. So, don't get me started when I'm riding on this fucking crazy water Pokemon that I don't even remember what its name is. Trying to catch Pokemon in the water, you have to jump out of the water and fucking throw Pokeballs down at it. Even though you're locked on, those Pokeballs don't hit. You gotta try really hard to fucking hit that. So you're like mid-air, slow motion, throwing Pokeballs. Miss. So. And you can craft Pokeballs by finding shit in the wild and stuff. So that's kind of cool. There's a crafting system.
So, like, is the Pokeball like a dimensional portal to like a lab or something where they stay, like in the show?
Oh, Mike, I didn't tell you. They're pastures.
What?
We have fenced-in pastures where our Pokemon go.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're outside the pasture, you can see a bunch of Pokemon in there that you've caught and shit. It's kind of cool. It's a lot better than just going straight to a lab, I guess, but it's just funny that, like, I have 20 Beedrill just flying around in my pasture with this low-ass hanging fence that obviously they could just fly out of. Because
It's
Pokemon
like
have the
one of
ability to
those.
minimize themselves into tiny spaces.
Then why is it a move?
I forgot about that. Oh man, that's good. But yeah, I mean, but the thing about glitching through walls and shit, like you were saying, like trying to
Flip.
climb shit as a Khajiit, that's what I was getting to. So, you ride Pokemon. Your first one is a Wydeer, like I don't know,
Oh,
but it's like the evolved form of Stantler or some shit.
yeah.
So, you get it. I didn't pay attention. It's my fault. But I didn't realize you could jump with it.
Yeah. A bit important little tidbit.
Yeah, yup, it is. You know how many times I had to glitch walk up like mountains, like just a hill, just a tiny little hill, even. It's like,
Well,
what
now
the
see what
fuck?
I was talking about in Morrowind is it's actually a skill where you can climb up walls.
Okay. See, I knew a guy that played Morrowind on his computer all the time, and when I watched him play it, the shit is so bad in that game that like every time you're walking, it looks like you're just scuttling around like a crab.
Oh yeah,
It's just like
characters look really weird. That
it's like people don't walk like that, and your knees shouldn't bend like that. Like just a giant fucking like insect. That's what it reminded me of. It's like you're just a big ass insect. Like that would freak me the fuck out.
is I played like a lot of indie games and a lot of Unity games, and like the walk cycles in those games are so floaty. But in some of the games, they wouldn't do the audio balance right. So footsteps would sound like fucking pounding. And just every time people walk, it's like louder than conversation. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the way it sounded whenever he was walking through like this foresty area. Every step was a so it's I was like, okay.
Maybe he had heavy boots on.
Yeah, sure. He
That
was
is the
playing as like
thing
an
in
elf.
the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, but like, does it make that sound?
Well, it's like through the gameplay, it's your footsteps are supposed to be louder if
I
you have
never noticed
heavier
that.
boots. That's like a sneak tip.
Hmm, that's weird.
So you always go barefoot.
Haven't you? Was it Skyrim or Oblivion that you did? What was it? Unarmed? Was that you on
Did
Skyrim that told me you
both.
did that?
Yeah, I did Skyrim and Oblivion. In Oblivion, it's a lot easier because it's an actual skill.
It's also a skill in Skyrim.
That's not.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No. The only thing you can get for um, unarmed is there's a heavy armor perk where like
Maybe that's what it
the
was.
weight
Okay.
of your gauntlets is now the damage you do or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I was a Khajiit, so I had a bonus to it. I had like the claw hand.
uh, but anyway, about Pokemon. It's a really fun game. It's just if you want to catch them all and do everything in that game, prepare yourself.
I always like Pokemon breeding.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that.
That's terrible.
I've never tried. I don't know. So, but I wouldn't think that you could because we don't even understand Pokemon in that game. So, yeah.
Pokemon's like a weird universe like Naruto. Like every once in a while in Naruto, they'll be walking like to a new place. They'll be on a trail. It's very fucking old world, just dirt trail. And there'll be power lines in the background. And you're like, oh yeah, there are like lights in Naruto. Like, why are there, like,
We're in feudal Japan. What the fuck?
yeah, it's just this weird thing they added in the background where they have like futuristic shit, like, but they're like primitive at the same time. And that's like what I see Pokemon as, because it's like the Pokeballs are insane. Like having a computer where you can fucking transport shit to just by catching it with a Pokeball. Like we'd be catching food, and like if
Right.
people don't have to fucking eat when they're in a Pokeball, we'd be catching orphans. Like we would solve so
Oh,
many problems.
remember, Pokeballs do cost money. So the poor couldn't catch food. Well, they could catch food by hand, but not by Pokeball.
They're like 100 yen for a Pokeball.
I mean, have you ever seen the people in China? They got no money. Like,
Japan also uses yen,
I know.
but
Well, that's different because Japan people main goal is always to work hard as fuck. In China, they're like,
that's where Pokemon comes from, though.
well, yeah, I guess. I was just saying China because that was the first like poor as fuck place that has like makes shitload of money, but everybody's fucking poor for some reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ooh, was it what we were talking about earlier with the animation stuff? I like just read something earlier where fucking Japanese animators for anime at 20 plus, they make 1.1 million yen a year, which is $10,000.
Yep. Nope, you're not wrong.
Then they make $20,000 whenever they're like 30 plus, and then like $30,000 whenever they're 40 plus.
Yeah.
But I mean, if 101 or 1.1 yen or 1.1 million yen is $10,000, then 100 yen is like a penny or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I watched Metal Jesus Rocks, and he did a trip to Japan. They were buying games for literally just under $1.
Yeah,
And like consoles that cost $500 here, you're talking like 50 to $100 there.
they're a lot less rare over there.
Yeah, well, but the thing is though, if you look at the price tags on it, it's like 18,000 yen for this
Yeah,
console. It's like, oh, you mean $70?
yeah.
It's like, okay, man. Like, if everything was structured correctly, everybody could go to Japan and just get rich. Like,
Well, I think their money just like
it's
went to
not worth
shit.
anything. Yeah, it's not worth
Yeah.
anything. Yeah,
It's like pesos and shit like that.
yeah. Well, my buddy Nick went for his honeymoon. He went to uh, I don't know. He went somewhere like that or whatever, some broken country shit. Like it was a resort. I think it was like Mexico or some shit. I don't know. But he got off the plane, and I think he said it was like $10 for a carton of cigarettes. And
Yeah.
my dad also went to the Dominican Republic. They got off the plane. He's like, hey, because my dad doesn't smoke, but they were like, hey, you want a carton of cigarette? $5, $10. And it's like, I don't smoke, but I should buy like a shitload of these and sell them in America to somebody. But he was just
That's
like, no, fuck
illegal.
that. Yeah, well, he didn't do that, obviously. So, well, you can buy anything you want, and if that's allowed to be carried back on your plane, you can take it. So, I don't know if that's like actually illegal if you're allowed to take it back with you.
If you buy like 2 or 3 packs, you can't just buy like 20, 30 packs. They'll be like, are you a smuggler?
Well, I mean, I don't. That's what I mean. I don't understand how that's even illegal because it's like why it would be illegal because I
It's
went to a
fraud.
country on vacation and then you sell me these things retarded cheap here, I just take them back and sell them somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, it's smuggling.
ex-
You're you're evading the import export taxation thing.
but you bought it in a different country though. You bought it there.
You bought it to sell it, so you're a merchant.
Or maybe I bought it because I smoke a lot and it was just cheaper here.
Well, then don't sell it.
Don't say anything. So I'm not selling them online. I'm going to my work and oh, you need a pack. You need a pack of cigarettes. Sell you this carton for $30. It's $50 at the store. I bought them for 10. Here you go.
You know those things on the cans where it says like a nickel for everywhere but like Michigan and California?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you cross state lines to sell those or to recycle those, that is technically defrauding the government of taxation by smuggling things across the border to evade taxes
Are you
and profit.
serious? Really?
Yes. There was there was this hilarious story where this guy would like take a fucking semi to Michigan like every month and make like thousands of dollars off of the taxes.
Wow.
And he got arrested for defrauding the government.
Well, it's like that scrapper dude I told you about that scraps all that shit. The guy that was trying to sell me those games in his basement and shit. He he stopped working a 9 to 5 and scraps, and he showed it to me on a calendar that he had on how much he made every day. He makes $300 to $700 a day just scrapping shit. Because here's the thing, like Gabriel Brothers, tomorrow he goes to Gabe's tomorrow. They got all new racks and metal and shit like that for their store.
uh,
Normally people would charge you to take it away. He said, "I'll take it for free."
yeah,
And
because
so,
it's disposal.
yeah,
You can do that for what is it? Boxes at the grocery store.
yeah, it's like in the back of his truck, he had $1,000 worth of metal, worth of scrap right there. Just take and go. He's like, tomorrow on Monday, I'm going to Gabe's. I'm gonna pick up all this shit, and I'm gonna make a fuck ton of money. And guess what? All I gotta do is put it in the back of my truck and just go to the junkyard or the scrapyard, and that's it. And it is wild, man, because he showed me all of his bills. That fucker pays $2,900 a month in bills, with 2 kids
Uh,
on his own, and like his house is so fucking nice. It's like I was at work on Friday and I sold 2 fucking games and made $450
uh,
in less than an hour. I looked around and I looked at my partner. I was like, "Fuck this place. Like, why do we do this? Why do we work when you could just do this?" And it's like,
well, I had some buddies that would do that, and like they always smelled like garbage, and like they would get bee stings a lot and shit like that.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, we're working in that field, but it's still like smelling like garbage when you don't have a boss, though, and you don't have to
Yeah,
answer to anybody, and you make all the profit for free for not doing anything but putting it in your truck and just going to the scrapyard.
yeah, it's something that fucks with your brain. Like if you know where to get good pickings and shit and how to do the shit, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah.
But like you can also find yourself being miserable as shit lifting this heavy ass sheet steel while bees sting you in your anus.
Well, it's like, I mean, I don't know, but like my job, I've been doing it for so long, I'm just like over it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can be miserable here, I can be miserable at home, just buying shit and selling shit, making profit, paying bills, and just repeating the process. So
Yeah.
it's like, why don't I? But then I think about it and I'm like, I need benefits. I have kids.
You need health
Uh,
insurance.
yeah, that's what I mean, benefits. Like, I
Yeah.
need benefit. I need all this other shit that will be pretty much paid for by this company so I can just suffer through it. And that's like the big draw line right there. Like, if you make enough to buy your own insurance, by all means. But just saying, About 5 years ago, I called Blue Cross Blue Shield to buy my own insurance, and I wanted full health insurance. And they're like, it's $500 a month. Now, if say it stayed the same, which it's definitely gone up, I got 4 people in my house. That's $2,000 a month.
Jeez.
So, it's kind of easier just to suffer through it if you have benefits.
Mhm. Well, I know a lot of people that make like a shit ton of money. They just don't get insurance except for life insurance, and they just pay out of pocket for any medical thing they do.
Yeah, but what happens when you get cancer?
I don't know if insurance would.
Nope.
Well,
Yeah,
insurance doesn't always help with that in the first
insurance.
place, but
If you have like real insurance, they'll pay
yeah.
about 80% of it.
Okay.
But like, I asked when we finally got health insurance at my company, I was like, hey, so I'm seeing all these things. It seems like, yeah, all the normal shit that happens to you, checkups, blah, blah, blah. Like, you get hurt, you break an arm, blah, 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 blah. It's all good. Yeah, this is great. But what happens if I get cancer? Okay, so now here's what happens if you get cancer. We give you $10,000. And I was like, oh, so I want to scratch off? I just looked at him. I was like, so it'll turn on the machine to give me my shit, but it won't pay for the shit for the machine to give me. Nice.
It's fun.
So I bought it. I mean, it's $25 a month. I don't care. Or $50 a month, some dumb shit like that. So it doesn't matter. But it's like, if you get a health plan for your company, especially where I work, fucking do it the right way and don't be in it. Give us something better than that. But I mean, it's better than what we had, which was nothing, which is fine. But it's like, you know,
Yeah. It's like, what if I get cancer? It's like, well, we'll tuck you in at night.
yeah, essentially. Yep, there you go. Oh, cool,
Give you a
Packer.
pat on the head. Tell you're doing good.
Yeah, you'll be all right, buddy. Here, take your Tylenol. It's like, fuck.
Help me $3.95.
Maybe $3.95. Tree fitty. But I've also been playing a lot of Halo Infinite. A lot of Halo Infinite. That game's really good for how it works and how it feels playing it. That is a bad game. It is a bad game though. Ah.
Halo was one of those games that I heard like a shit ton about, and then like as soon as it released, I just heard like nothing.
Well, it's because everybody's just playing it. I mean, it's just your shooter game, but I mean, it's better than Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I mean, usually I hear people saying, "Oh, I'm still playing it and it's fun," and blah blah. It's like I heard random like tidbits of like how certain things are annoying.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So, the reason it is a bad game, it is a fun game, but it is a bad game because of these reasons. Now, it's not just me, because the people I play with, it happens to them. And I know my partner at work, he's 200 in the world in Halo. He's an Onyx player. And even him, everybody says the same thing. Sometimes your hits don't register.
That's fun.
So, like, you're shooting somebody up, blow for blow, and you guys are getting closer and closer, so I go to melee. I'll hit him, but then he'll kill me. Like, I saw me hit him. It's a first-person shooter. I saw me hit you. I heard the sound of my gun hitting you in the mouth. So you should have died, too, with cracked shields. Well, no. Either it won't register, and here's my favorite one. When it registers and I'm dead on the floor, I'll watch him walk around and shoot at somebody. Then he'll just fall over dead and I'll get my points for the kill. And I'm like, what?
It's like fucking Hercule fighting Cell kind of shit, or Android 18. The
Yeah.
delayed reaction punch.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know. So like the ranking system, when you play ranked, so the ranking system is based off of not you, but your team, it seems like. Because you can get the W, But if you did bad, you go down. And that's fine. But if you do good, like go positive KD, you got a shit ton of assists, blah, 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 you did all that good shit, but your team loses, you still go down in rank. And it's like, um,
They punish you one way and the other.
yeah. And it's like, why is this defined by my team and not me? Because, like, seriously, 90% of the time, like, I do great in matches. I
I
go
mean, if
positive.
it's
But
defined by your team when you are, if it's defined by your team when you win, or your skill when you win, but it's not determined on your skill when you lose. It's like,
exactly.
what the fuck is that?
So it's like I said, I'll do amazing on the team. And it's like we'll be playing ranked. We'll get people that aren't even playing. Or we'll start with 3 people instead of 4 and the other team has 4 and we lose and I lose my rank. It's
I
like
always
why is
wonder.
it
Well, I guess there's
why?
too many people. I was just
Just
wondering if there's people that like botted people to fucking like nerf the other people's team. Or I guess that wouldn't like work 100% of the time.
no, because it's all like random matchmaking shit. But
Yeah.
it's like dude, come on. Like, this should be defined by each individual person because I played in the Halo 4 World Tournament. I quit 14 days early, and I was 1,056 in the world, which is fucking high as fuck. It really is. That is a lot higher than you think because
Well,
of other
not many
people.
people were playing it.
So many people were playing it, dude. There was like 300,000, 500,000. There's tons of people playing it. But it was all based off of just you. How good you played as a teammate, how many assists you got, obviously, your objective, like how many flag captures, how many kills. It was all based off of you. Like my 2 buddies, one was 500 something in the world, my other boy was 800 something, and I was like 1,056. And I'm like, why don't we just go and do that? Like, why is this based off of my shitty fucking team that I got randomly? It shouldn't be like that. That's just so retarded. That makes no sense. Because your rank, it goes your rank. So why isn't it based off of me? you know?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
So I just fight like tooth and fucking nail to get all the way up to where I am. And then I get dropped down because people aren't playing. We start with 3 players or 2 players instead of fucking 4 like the other team. We just get raped. Like, what the fuck? How
Somebody has
much?
a bad connection, they get kicked, and you get fucked.
Yeah, but like, how the fuck am I supposed to hold 3 stronghold bases when there's 2 of us
Yeah,
versus 4? It doesn't work like that. But yeah,
it's a little more difficult.
and they're also like updating the ranking system starting on the 22nd. So yeah, everybody's gonna be dropped down a rank. So like, I'm Platinum 6 right now. So I'll be dropped down to Gold 6 from what I've been reading. So that's fun.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Because they realize that it's not actually placing people with people they should be playing with and shit. Like,
Probably not.
when I was Platinum 6, I was playing with my partner at work, and he's an Onyx player, the top 2,000 in the world. I was fighting nothing but Onyx and Diamond people. And it was horrible. Like, there's not a time I don't remember a grenade being thrown at me. Or 2 people running me down as a singular unit. It's just like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, but unless everybody that's real good is fucking like a one-man army that doesn't go against anybody else that's really good. Like, how are you even gonna like get the proper matchmaking in the first place?
Well,
You know what I
if
mean?
you're given the whole other team Onyx players, and then you get me a Platinum player, Greg who's a Diamond player, Rhett that's a fucking Onyx player, shouldn't you give us another Onyx player? No, you gave us a fucking Diamond 2, who is a recent Diamond player. So it's like, and even Diamond players, a whole group of Diamond players will sometimes go against an Onyx or two with another team of Diamonds. And it's like, these people are ridiculous. You should be putting Platinums with Platinums, Diamonds with Diamonds, Onyxes with Onyxes, or at least even the fucking field.
It all matters how much of a pool of those people there are.
Yeah,
But
but
I mean,
that's
like,
the thing. The community is huge in Halo.
well, I
So
mean, the whole ranking system is flawed in the beginning, so how
yeah,
do you even
yeah,
expect to
that's
get
true. Yeah,
something?
it's just the game's fucking broken. Like they need to fix a lot of things with it, but as far as normal standard gameplay, it is a great game.
Is it Microsoft?
It's 343 Industries.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So Microsoft is busy with Activision Blizzard acquisition.
Now I have all the power gems.
Essentially.
Yeah. I saw a meme with like Microsoft holding the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet with all the stones in it. It's like now I have them all.
A lot of people are laughing at Sony because it's like you censor all these games from Japan and like all these other overly sexual games, like banning fucking DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball 3 from United States sales. You do all that stupid fucking shit. You move your studio from Japan to America. And then you
I can
get
understand
fucked.
that one. They make a lot more money doing that, but yeah, go on.
Then you get fucked because you suck and you don't think about your fucking customers and you fucking lose on deals. It's like the only fucking good thing Sony did for the past fucking decade besides like I like PlayStation now. But the only good thing they did for the past decade was the recent Spider-Man movie.
Well, yeah, their movie industry isn't that great, but like, let's face
It
it.
was absolutely terrible. If it wasn't for Spider-Man, it would be like
Right. No, you're totally 100% correct. But their
Fucking
gaming network,
Ghostbusters, Jack and Jill.
there is
Jesus.
never gonna be another fucking time that I'm going to believe that Microsoft will be better than Sony. Because literally all they do is upgrade their specs, and that is it for their console. That is it. That's all they do. It's like you guys don't really fucking. For the past, how many. I don't know, man. For the PS4, and they usually trade off, like, who gets the exclusives and shit like that. But even
Okay.
this time, the PlayStation 5 trumps the Xbox 100%. It
Does it?
does. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That one thing I told you about, where the shit in the PS5 is basically like having a computer, and the Xbox is just like having an Xbox. I actually went in and researched that shit. The PS5 has so much more to offer, along with the better exclusives. So you can be Microsoft and buy all the fucking companies you want. But if you're not really invested in the games you're selling, you're just selling games, nothing's going to get better for you.
Well, there's a reason why Blizzard and Activision became one company, and then there's a reason why they went out and fucking now they're sucking Microsoft's dick.
Yeah, for money, because they're failing companies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
It's
like,
like Blizzard has all these fucking great games. Fucking
right.
Activision has all this great shit. Like, I think fucking Microsoft's actually going to be like, hey, why don't you make a Spyro game? And I think they're bringing back Skylanders and shit.
They're bringing
It,
back Spyro. They're bringing back Crash.
yeah.
There's always a new
Oh,
Spyro
there
game
was
is actually
definitely a
in
Crash
development
game.
right now.
That's
So
cool.
yeah. Um, I mean, look at God of War on PlayStation. Somebody got mad. I forget who the fuck it was. It was one of my friends said, "Oh, well, they're gonna put God of War on PC. Isn't that fucking shit?" And I was like, "No, because God of War,
There's a lot of weirdos like that.
God of War should be enjoyed by everybody." And
Yeah.
I wish, to me personally, I feel like the three gaming um, kings or whatever, fucking Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation, Sony, sorry, if they all came together and just made one company, it would never work. But if they did, and
No.
everybody could enjoy everything on
Dude,
everything,
it would suck if they did that.
why do you think that?
I think everything should be like open third platform shit.
Okay, that's fair. That's a better
Yeah.
way to put it. Yeah.
Because I think if the companies congealed into a giant mass, we would just get FIFA. You know?
Well, I feel
It's
like it
like,
would just
here's
be a
this
fight.
game.
I
It's
feel
like,
like it would be a fight constantly between Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Like Nintendo's like Pokemon, and then Microsoft
I
tries
want
to
the
change
companies
it.
fighting against each other. Because if they all like congealed into one company, I think we would get games where it's just a grid and you're a question mark, and all of the textures are DLC.
Jeez.
That's what I think would happen.
Well, yeah, it's like I feel like everybody, like PC owners, should be able to get Pokemon on their PCs. Like I feel like that's fair.
That's more Nintendo's fault.
Well, here's why though. Nintendo is so undercut by everybody, like just so cut off by everybody, because most things on PlayStation and Xbox come out for the same thing, and then eventually come to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo holds its AAA titles because that is how they make money.
Yeah. Well,
But
also like
Nintendo also undercuts.
the way they choose to make consoles is like not it doesn't really play itself as to a standard as much as like computer you can put fucking anything into it. You can
Yeah.
buy the peripheral or you can use your keyboard and mouse or just plug a controller in or whatever.
But you could
But
do that
like
on Switch too, though.
yeah, but the Switch has like its own weird goofy controllers.
Yeah.
They're just like the Wii U and the fucking Wii. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
But like Nintendo focuses on the way we were when we were kids. They want couch play. They want to do fun games and have fun little like what do you call it? Gimmicks in it to make it more fun and different than everything else that's out there.
yeah.
But that's why they're like, to me personally, that's why they are the best company. Because, dude, you can hardly find a fucking game on a PlayStation or an Xbox where you can both sit down and just have fun and play. And, like,
Well, I can, but you don't like them.
what do you mean?
Like Divinity and what is it? There's a bunch of like dual stick shooter games that are fun to do couch co-op shit with. Other
Yeah,
random thing.
well, it's like fucking Halo, man. They took away couch play. Why? They
That's
did
so
that
weird.
so many Halos ago. So many games ago they did that. And everybody had the same question. Why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like you do realize most people have more than one kid when they have kids, right? Like, so you're gonna want your brothers and sisters to play with you. Oh, but nope, you gotta buy another console. You buy another console just to fucking do it. It's like what? And on top of that other console, you have to make a whole new account. So now you have two accounts running. You're paying double the money online, and that's what it is. That's how they make their money. It's like,
Gouging you is the greatest way to make money.
yeah, it's like what the fuck, man. But I can drop my Switch and its fucking thing and its dock on TV, you know, and I can break off these two Joy Cons. It comes with two controllers. It's two controllers, two Joy Cons, two controllers, and I can hand one to Wyatt, and I can play Mario with him, and I can play Smash Bros with him, and I can play Mario Kart, and I can play fucking a million fucking games with him, and I don't have to do all this extra shit and pay extra money.
The controller price is ridiculous.
Yeah, $70. Well, in reality though, you are buying two controllers.
No, I
And
mean for like in general.
yeah, controllers are ridiculous. Like a PS5 controller is like $80. Yeah. And an Xbox controller is usually like 50 or 60, I think. But the PS5 controller has so much shit in it, like on like Kano Bridge of Spirits or whatever. You pull your bow string back button and you can feel the tension and the vibration in that button that you're pulling back. Like that shit's cool as fuck.
But it's like, and also PlayStation came out with their own VR, which isn't as good as Oculus, but it's still fun.
PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
They
I
had a
mean,
lot of those games on the PlayStation Plus released a lot of VR games.
oh, did
They're
they?
having like fucking 5 games a month now instead of just like 1 or 2.
Right. Well, that's another thing with like the Switch.
I'll play VR fucking DOA.
Is that a thing?
Extreme Beach Volleyball. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, guess what? I can make that happen, Mike.
Also, I'll play No Man's Sky VR.
Switch is dropping No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I
Actually.
seen that.
Yeah.
There's like another update for No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
And what is it? Like the Switch, you pay $50 a year, and you don't just get online play. You get fucking 4 emulators: Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and N64. And each one of those emulators gets a new game every month. That's 4 new games a month in online play for $50. You can't beat it. And their consoles are only $300.
Mm.
$350 if you want the fucking OLED. But fucking that shit's stupid. Like that was kind of like a cash grab on that one.
Yeah.
Bad Nintendo, bad.
We'll see, like,
Still.
is it on PS Now and Microsoft Game Pass? You can access that on your computer, which is neat.
Yes. Oh, you know you can actually download the Xbox app and play it on your phone?
That's weird.
Yes, it is weird.
I just hate phones.
But
Don't want it. No.
it's like, come on, man. Like, you could just, I don't know. The deals for the Switch are just the least cash grabbiest things. And PC people and Xbox people will shit all over every fucking one of those other consoles because it's not Xbox, and I don't understand.
Yeah, it's weird. I
It's
seen
like
like
this isn't the 360 days, dude. The 360 is gone. Xbox is no longer reigning supreme.
the 360 is kind of shit
The
with
360
it
was
breaking all
excellent
the
back in the
time.
day. Yeah, the console wasn't made the best, but it did reign fucking supreme though, and it was great for its time.
I don't know, I like the PS3 a lot.
See, I didn't have a PS3, but the
I-
Xbox 360 had so many fucking games and exclusives. It was like, does it matter about those exclusives on the 3? You know?
I never really thought about exclusives.
Well, that's like the big thing with console wars is like,
Yeah, no,
who
it's
gets the
fine.
exclusives this time around? You know, because PS2 destroyed Xbox back in the day, but that was
PS2
that was also
destroyed,
their
like,
first
everything.
console. Yeah, that was also like Microsoft's first console. So like, I don't like shit on them for that, but
Well, the PlayStation 3, like the PlayStation 2, another like big selling point about it, like that made normies buy it,
DVD
was
player.
like it was a DVD, yeah.
Yep.
And the PS3 was the cheapest Blu-ray player at release.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so you could go back and forth on that one.
yeah,
But it's like every those two consoles both had Call of Duty. They both had all the same games, but then Halo came out and Xbox reigned supreme just as soon as that thing hit. That was a big deal. So then 360 came out and then everybody wanted Xbox and it had the best online shit. It's just the 360 back in the day was insane. PS2 was way better. Then it went to the 360, and then when it came to the 4 and the Xbox One, the PS4 100% beats the Xbox One. And then the Switch came out, and people like PC players will just shit on the Switch. Well, what about the competitive part of it? It's like, dude, not everything has to be competitive. The
for
Switch is
what
like,
game?
huh?
For what game?
No, it's like, oh well, you can't play Call of Duty on the Switch.
Oh, I don't want to play
you
Call
can't.
of Duty anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But that's like the new. This is
It
this-
did have it though, didn't it? Which is hilarious.
I think it did at some point. Yeah.
It had Doom. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think this goes really well with my pastel colored fucking Switch.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, the whole new gaming scene with streaming and everything, the whole thing is just competitive gunplay now. And it's like, why? Why did it take this long for this to become the thing?
Well, I guess
We've had Call of Duty forever. We've had it for so long. Why are you still playing Call of Duty? Quit it. Play something different. If you think you're that great of a gamer because you can shoot somebody, go play an RPG. And we'll see how good of a gamer you are. When you deal with a boss battle or a situational, like, RTS game. Just quit it. Like, it is nothing to shoot somebody in the head. You
It's
know?
like, what is it? The only reason I wanted Xbox was for Halo Wars 2.
That's fair. But, like, that's the only reason I ever buy Xboxes is just so I can play Halo.
Yeah, essentially.
Seriously. When I bought my Xbox, I was like, I just want to play Halo. I need to find an Xbox now, and I found it. Because, like, I'm such a huge fan of Halo. But I've been with Halo since the beginning, I haven't been playing Call of Duty for a million fucking years or just picked it up on the 360 or the One. Like, that's my first good game. It's like, I've been playing Halo for a long time, dude. So it's like, it's a different thing for me to go out and do that than for you to buy a console just so you can play Call of Duty. Like, like
Call of Duty has a new game every year
every year.
or whatever.
Every fucking year. Why? Like, in my opinion,
Good. Gotta buy it again.
and Warzone was a complete fucking failure.
The
Everybody,
newest one.
yeah, or
I remember
Vanguard.
people talking about it.
Was it Vanguard or Vanguard's?
I remember people talking about was it how they like took all this time to add in these weather effects, and it's like they took a fucking real long time and all this like effort to make this like realistic tornado, but like in the game itself you're like, oh, there's a tornado, I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like you did all this work just to essentially make a giant hole in the game.
Right, and it's like, what is it? My partner at work, he's like, dude, that game's such dog shit. Call of Duty Vanguard, such fucking dog shit. And then he comes back this past week and goes, man, they're dropping ranked on Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm gonna be all up in that ass. I was like, you said it was dog shit. He's like, it is dog shit. I was like, then why are you playing it? Well, because I'm a fucking badass in that game. Watch me. He goes, watch me stream this whole weekend. I'll be top 100 in the world. He's like, just watch me fucking do it. If you want to watch me stream, I'll send you the link. I was like, I'm not going to watch you shoot at people. Like, I believe that you can do it because you're 200 in the world at Halo. Like, I know you can do it because that's all you do. But why do you want to play a dog shit game? Well, just because I'm really good at it. I was like, then what's the fun in it? You're just dropping people left and right. I might as well pick up Time Splitters 2 and go play against bots. You know? Like,
it's fun to be good at games.
I don't know. I kind of grew out of that. Like, that's why I've always played Halo over Call of Duty, because Halo is a much harder game to like learn and like perfect. So,
Well, now you die really fast in Call of Duty.
well, yeah, that's like the thing. Why do I want to constantly die and respawn? If I'm gonna die and respawn constantly, I want it to be a fight every fucking time. Even if I lose, I enjoy the fight. Like, I don't want to just get hit twice and die.
Did you ever hear about like Dune?
Yeah, there's books, there's a movie, there's a game.
There's TV shows. David Lynch made a movie, which is a really fucked up movie because it's David Lynch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like how Halo is like a futuristic thing, futuristic combat, and they have like shields and shit.
Yeah.
It's like in Dune, they have those kinetic shields that block like anything that moves fast. Would you like a game like that where you're just like an ultra fucking tank?
As long as there was like a skill thing behind it. Well, this is my argument with people that tell me they don't play Halo, they play Call of Duty. And because it's everybody, only every so often I'll find people that play Halo. And
I think the newer Halos look goofy with how like the dominant strategies that jump around like a fucking monkey.
I never see people do that.
You do like every time when you get like close to each other, you like jump and shit and fucking strife back and forth or whatever.
When you're BR battling, you like move side to side and duck and shit, but very so often I'll ever see somebody jump around. If I jump normally, it's because I have two people on me, so like my immediate reaction is to jump and try and at least kill one of them.
Well,
So
I think it's been a strategy in like all the Halo games.
I
It
don't
just
know.
looks so goofy.
I'm new to like BR battling, like actually learning how to BR battle. I
Yeah.
used to do it, but it was with DMRs, which is a single shot instead of a burst gun. It was back on Reach. But like
Yeah.
my argument is always the same thing when I run into people that play Call of Duty. Like, why don't you play Call of Duty? I play Halo. Oh man, that shit's fucking gay. It's like, why? It's like, well, it takes forever to kill each other. It's like, oh really? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It actually takes skill not to just slap somebody in the fucking face and kill them. You have to actually crack shields and then you have to pop shields and then pop them in the head. And that's how that works. That's how you kill people fast. And it's literally it takes 5 shots every time. If
I
you place
mean, like,
right, if you place right, it takes 5 shots. You count shots. There's a lot more skill involved in Halo than there is Call of Duty. Call of Duty, yeah, you can wipe a whole team. That'll take some skill. But just to kill one person in Halo, it takes the same amount of skill to do that.
I
Like,
wouldn't say that.
what do you mean?
Because in Call of Duty, you're also, like, your character is also fluffy.
Well, yeah, as long as you're not getting shot at, but you're also like with the new Call of Duties, how big the maps are. You're not running into that many people at once usually, unless they run as a team. Like
Well, it's
I've
because it's
watched so many people just swing their gun around and spray bullets and drop a shitload of fucking people. And it's like you cannot do that in Halo.
well, it's probably because those people are retarded, though. But, like, I don't know, the weird Call of Duty is weird because it's like if you make the map too big, everybody's too far away from each other. It takes forever.
Yeah,
But if you make the map too small, it's like a complete clusterfuck and everybody dies
right,
like constantly.
right. It's like the way Halo maps are designed. There is always like usually a top and a bottom, and
I,
sometimes there's a mid. So you always have to watch the top so people aren't like dropping you from above.
I think they added it in. I don't know if it's in the newer Halo or the Master Chief Collection or whatever. But I think it's a level on Reach that is just like a massive fucking level. It's got like the fucking abandoned buildings in one corner, and then there's the place with the scorpion spawn, and then there's another fucking
That's probably
building adjacent from it.
if the scorpion spawns in anything, it's a big team battle map, and that's why
I
it's so
mean
big.
that map, yeah, but
You're talking like 20 versus 20.
that map is ridiculously huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's at least 5 or 6 different fucking levels in and of itself.
Well, yeah. There's and the big team battle maps on Infinite, the new Halo. In all honesty, I love big team battle. A lot of people don't. I just do because it's fun to just run around a huge ass level. But there's hardly a time where I don't see an enemy. So it doesn't matter how big that map is as long as it's made correctly.
See, the map I'm talking about is like enormous. Like the one abandoned building that I was talking about is as big as the fucking was it that swordfish base battle play map in Reach.
Swordfish. It brings me back.
Yeah, there's a map where essentially that level is one of the abandoned buildings, and there's like 6 other places on the map that are as big as
Wow.
that.
See, I don't play Master Chief Collection, but I'm gonna have to check that out. I
I
just want
think
to
it
see
was
it.
in Reach or Halo 3. It was just a ridiculously huge map. I'll try to look for it.
I don't like how they changed the name of SWAT to Tactical Slayer.
It's weird.
Yeah, just leave it the fucking same thing. But they
SWAT teams
also,
are offensive.
but they did the fucking, they do this thing now where you have the ranked maps are all objective based except for Slayer. You have Slayer, you have Capture the Flag, Oddball, and Strongholds. And it's like,
Oddball was fun.
Oddball is not fun anymore because you can't pass the ball.
Oh,
Yeah. Remember you could just throw the ball to somebody?
thanks. I
Yeah.
remember just bashing people with the skull.
Oh yeah, you can definitely still do that. I've beaten down like 3 or 4 people on a whole, like wiped a team almost just by bashing them with that thing. But it's not a one-hit kill anymore.
Aw,
Yeah, you have to like literally just spam your button and just beat
that's
the fuck
dumb.
out of people.
That's
Well, it's
dumb.
two hits per person or one hit in the back. Like I've snuck up on whole teams and just wiped them by just going around the map because the maps are like normal sized. Go around, come up the stairs. Oh, I see like 3 dudes or 4 dudes are shooting on my team, and I just walk up behind them all, boop, 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 and it's
Well, it's
fucking funny as shit.
like I used to like Juggernaut a lot.
Juggernaut it was very fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like as soon as the person that's like really good gets the Juggernaut, the game's over. But like, um, that was what was fun with the oddball thing was like you had to hold the ball and you essentially became a Juggernaut but melee only.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was one hit kill melee, so it's like stay the fuck away from that guy. But you
Right.
gotta chase him, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was such a fun thing though. But like
Remember playing with a big volleyball in Halo?
you used to have soccer on Reach where you had gravity hammers and you would slam the ball into
Yeah,
the goals.
yeah.
Like Reach was just that's what I mean. Like Halo is so much fun. But Call of Duty,
I was like the
I will
fire
say this
team
about
stuff.
Call of Duty. Sticks and stones and like the gun game and shit, that's the fun shit. Not everything has to just be about wiping somebody or getting like the greatest KD. It's
Let's,
like just
yeah,
have some
okay.
fun. Like Griff
Then
Ball, dude. Griff Ball.
Griffball.
Oh my god. You don't remember Griff Ball?
No, was that the
Everybody
thing you were just talking about?
No. That was soccer. Griff Ball. Griff Ball is like okay, everybody gets a sword and a sword and a hammer. And you got to fucking grab the ball and
Oh,
like hold on to it as long as possible. I think that's exactly what it was. But everybody gets a sword and a shield. Now, when you're playing Griffball, when you get up close and personal with the whole team, you want to have that hammer out. But if you're doing sword will always dominate hammer because of the launch thing, like the
yeah.
lunge. So if you see somebody with a sword coming near you and it's just him, whip out your sword. And then
Yeah,
you'll
there's
do
a
a sword
lunge for
fight.
the hammer too, but it's not as far.
No, the new hammer is like the delay time on the swing because you have to like pull it clear back and just slam it is so much bigger than what it was.
I
Like,
want it to be spelled like new metal. It's like NU hammer.
the grab hammer. I did enter my Rockstar codes for my Rockstar energy drinks into my game finally.
Yeah.
I got a gold AR and a gold Warthog. I still need to get the emblem. I have the energy drinks to do that. I just haven't put them in yet. So I'm like hyped on that shit because they're just black and gold. And I'm like, yes, perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Buy that sugar water, Mitch.
I do. Well, I drink those drinks anyway, so why not just get them and get the codes? So I usually do G Fuel, which it's no calories and it's like a completely different mixture of stuff, and it makes me feel completely different than a normal energy drink. So that's why I usually do that. But once I found out I only needed like 7 energy drinks to get everything, I was like, I'll
Well,
buy 7 rock stars. That's not
I
bad.
thought you meant you only need like 7 fucking energy drinks to get going. I was like, Jesus
Oh no, I'd
Christ.
be dead.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
crazy.
I remember when Rhett was telling me he played a Halo tournament. That's my partner at work. His name's Rhett. When he won his Halo tournament, he was 8 G Fuels deep. And he was like, bro, you don't understand. I was like, what? He's like, just nothing but shaking. Just shaking all night. He's like,
And
I drank 8 phase berry G Fuels. I was like, what? There's like 300 milligrams each.
you ever see the speedrunners that have the BPM meter,
What do you mean? No.
the heartbeats per minute?
Oh, no. How's that?
Uh,
That sounds fun.
it's fucking hilarious. Because it just like starts as normal, and it just slowly starts climbing. Then it spikes like every once in a while. They get it. They get their heart rate up pretty high. I think it's always like over 100.
Probably like 160,
I don't know.
180.
I'm not too good at knowing the heart standards, but they get it up there. And they're like stone faced the whole time. Like
Yeah.
they start slowly like moving less as you notice they start just focusing like extremely.
That's how I am whenever I get like if I have like a good streak like in Halo games, like matches and shit, that's how I become. And it becomes like second nature. It's like why can't I go into this mode like every time? And it's not from energy drinks or like getting fucked up. It's just like I'm doing good. And
Uh,
then my face just I just realized that like I have everything on point. I can see, I can hear, I can. It's just everything becomes advanced. It's weird as fuck. You become like more noticing to footsteps behind you, and you pre-
Instinct Goku.
you predict that somebody's gonna jump down from this specific ledge when I run under this
Man,
because I saw a glint of somebody run by above me, which leads to this ledge. But and I noticed, hey, this is just a normal team. So like ranked, you don't have a radar, but in radar, I don't even look at the radar anymore. I just like I saw that dude run this way. He's above me. He's gonna drop down from this ledge. He drops down. I just pummel the fuck out of him because I know he's gonna land here. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
I don't know how I feel about not having radars.
Yeah, ranked, you don't have radars. You have to just.
I mean, I like them being motion radars.
That's what it is. If you walk, the radar pops. But on ranked, you don't have radar at all.
Yeah, I
It's
get you.
like you have to know your call outs. People ping certain places. And like, I don't understand why people play Halo without a mic.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? If I'm yelling to you, I need you to tell me shit too.
Do you not have I think the PlayStation has a built-in mic. Does
Yeah,
Xbox?
yep, the PS5 does have the controller is a built-in mic. Now, on the Xbox, nope, no built-in mic. You have to actually buy a mic. But I have a mic for both of them. They're both Astro A20s. I mean, they're
Yeah.
great. So I just use those on both, no matter what. Now Wyatt uses the controller mic when he plays Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I have found like this weird new joy towards Fortnite. Not about what it is,
Gross.
but the fun in playing the game. But that's just because I don't care about my rank or anything. Because I always play when Wyatt plays.
I just
Like,
hate it. I think it looks ugly. I hate what
oh
it
yeah,
said.
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
hate,
It is all those awful things that you can think of. But
yeah.
it is just fun. Like, he was near the end of a match the other day, and I saw him drop somebody. I was like, that's a sniper rifle. And I guarantee you he doesn't pick it up. And he didn't pick it up. I was like, give me your controller real quick. He's like, why? I was like, just let me see it. And I picked up the sniper rifle. and I dropped 5 dudes and got the win.
Cheater.
I was like, let me see this real quick. I just started dropping people left and right, and then they swam out. 2 of them swam out to this little island where there's like this little hut they were hiding in. Well, Wyatt also had a gold fucking grenade launcher, which is the best grenade launcher you can get. So I switched over to that, and I fucking blew that building up, pulled out the sniper rifle. Me and my teammate just dropped these motherfuckers. You know they were all kids, but
Oh, you're playing
the
a team.
Huh? Yeah, it was squads, I think. Yeah.
So I was just thinking the battle royale aspects.
Battle Royale is fun, but it's just like my first ever game that I played fully, I got second place. But the only reason I died in this squad match was because these motherfuckers grabbed a helicopter, and all 4 of them came down at me at once, and I was the last person on my squad. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting fucked, but I'm gonna fight these bitches. So I'm like weaving like in Halo. Brrr, brrr, and then like some dude just walked up to me with a shotgun and put it in my face. But like Fortnite is fun, but I don't feel like it's that game that you should care about. You know what I mean?
Fortnite's terrible. It's burn.
It's like, oh, people care about their rank in Fortnite. It's like, I just play it because it's funny.
Burn it.
Like,
Burn it down.
yeah, but like all the people that play Call of Duty are trying to be great at Call of Duty, and it's like, you don't understand, like really what you're getting into, you know?
The only thing I like about Fortnite was I watched seen Ninja
Ninja
freak
is
out on
so much
people.
fun. Yeah,
It's hilarious.
yeah, but that's
And
old
then
Ninja. Old
I
Ninja
remember
is.
him getting screen sniped a bunch of times, which is always hilarious.
What do you mean?
They they watched his stream and got into his game and sniped him.
Oh. Yeah, old Ninja was so much fun to watch. Now he's not like shit. Like he said something about he's gonna start trying to go pro again, but Ninja has set his entire family tree up for the rest of their lives, for generations, because he's not just a gamer, he's a content creator now. And that's why he doesn't have to go pro.
I just the freakouts were
So much fun.
consistently happening. It was like he got screen sniped by a bunch of people, or stream sniped by a bunch of people, and then anytime he got killed, where he didn't think it was fair, he was like, "Oh, they're stream sniping me. I just know it." And it was just random people that happened, like kids that happened to get lucky and kill him. So he fucking got
That's
these
all
people
content.
banned because he had a fucking direct connection to the fucking developers. So he got him banned, and then people found out who the person was, and they're like, "Dude, this is like a 12-year-old kid that doesn't even know who the fuck you are because they're from fucking Uruguay, or Uruguay." It's like, leave them alone. Give them back their account. He eventually apologized for it and shit. It was just fucking hilarious. And then he did a show at Madison Square Gardens, and all the people there obviously had no idea who the fuck he was. And he's doing these trendy TikTok dances or whatever. And it's like, this is embarrassing.
I just miss whenever he would just straight troll people. He'd be like, "Oh, see, here's what you do. You shoot them in the back. You blow up their wall. You make them do the boogie dance." And he throws a boogie bomb at them and they start dancing. He's like, "Then you throw up a ninja." And he throws up a sign, an emoji. And then he just jumps in and just fucking drops that motherfucker. It was like, yes. The troll of all trolls. It was just fun to watch because he was so fucking good at it. I don't know. I've always loved Ninja though, but everybody got pissed at him whenever he switched to Mixer or something, and he made everything family fun. And it's honestly, man, he's not even like a pro. He just does dumb shit. So like,
I know.
leave him the fuck alone. Who cares?
There's just people that are fucking weird about like all kinds of shit.
It's like, oh, you switched up your shit. Now you got to be a family guy. It's like, well, they're paying me millions of dollars to do it, so yeah, I am gonna be a family guy.
The only like controversy I really remember, besides this, him freaking out on random people, was that he didn't want to stream with women because he didn't want people to like talk about him like dating somebody or whatever. Because like anytime a dude streams with a chick, like people jump to conclusions.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh, you have a big platform and you should be promoting smaller people and women." And it's like, it's his fucking platform. He can do what the fuck he wants with it. Like, just because you're a large person doesn't mean you have to fucking be like, "Oh, look at this smaller person."
You mean be a simp? No, you shouldn't have to do anything like that. Nobody should get shit on for it. Look, you did good at what you do. And because of that, you do not have to do anything for anybody. So, yeah. Like, and it doesn't make you a piece of shit if you don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just some dude that streams video games. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Why does this have to be a bigger ordeal than what you're making it? You know?
Yeah.
I fully support anything that anybody does. Like, if they're doing their thing, they like this podcast. I don't have to have guests on it, but I like having guests on it, and people enjoy it. But if we didn't have guests, would people be different towards it? Probably. Honestly, probably. But guess what? I don't care what you think. You're not paying me money to make this fucking podcast. I'll post a fucking podcast whenever I want. Whether it's a month away, whether it's a week away. We could do that because we don't get paid to do this. We don't care either. It's just like, but we're doing this for ourselves, having fun with it, and just, we want people to enjoy our content. It's not about, we don't have to do what anybody fucking says. So,
exactly.
like, it's like you said, like when I asked you about doing the Final Fantasy IX thing. Should we just stop doing it for a little bit? Because, like, our ratings are low, kind of on it. And you're like, yeah, we shouldn't look at it like that. And I'm like, I'm not, but I kind of want to make a show that people are enjoying.
Yeah.
So it's
but like, my other point about that is like, there's certain like iconic parts to a game, and like, it's, I've looked up just people reacting to random parts of games that I like, if I like the creator, just to see, you know, what they thought of it. So I don't like, was that the earlier parts of the game might not be as popular to people and whatnot. So I just want to finish it and cover it because I never got to beat it before. So
yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
I like finishing things too. It feels like,
well, like
I
another
got
part
my
of me.
Final Fantasy IX blue balls.
Yeah, well, like another part of it, of doing like a walkthrough like that, is you could just be listening to our shit just to listen to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you've never played this game before, but you're just listening, do I really want to ruin it for you? Like, that's another big thing with me. Like, even doing like Ocarina of Time, I was like, everybody's played this fucking game. So yeah, let's do that one. And with this one, it's like, some people are still, to this day, just getting into Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
I played the new one or whatever.
I'm waiting for 16, man. Just waiting. So, 15's fun. But 16 looks fucking crazy.
My opinion about Square Enix isn't very high.
I know. There's a lot of people like that, don't worry. They just kind of like do shit.
Well, it's just like if you compare like the mainline series, it's like 11 is an MMO.
14 is an MMO.
I was gonna go through order, but
Why'd you start at 11?
Because there's the Square Enix games.
Oh, you're okay. Not SquareSoft. All right, go on.
Yeah, and then 12 actually sounds like a Final Fantasy game. And then 13 is like a stripped down version of a Final Fantasy game. And then 14 is another MMO. It's like you introduced the first MMO to Final Fantasy in a mainline series, and then you do it twice, and you only made 2 other actual Final Fantasy games. It's like, why the fuck did you do that?
Right. Well, like 11 was an MMO, and then 12 they made essentially a single player MMO like game. And then 13 they drug on forever and everybody has mixed feelings about that weird ass shit.
Yeah.
And then 14 you like seriously dude? Like a month ago they dropped the last DLC for 14 and that shit came out forever ago.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
they had
14 had like trouble with gaining its legs, and recently it was outdoing WoW. So
oh yeah, they couldn't accept new players at one point to 14.
yeah, and they sent out like an apology letter to everybody and gave them like a free week.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking do it. WoW would have been like, you pay for minutes, so you didn't really lose anything.
And then 15 was an open world, but 1 through 10 was all a linear story. Not a linear story, but an
They're also
actual story.
fucking legendary games, and it's like you
Right.
didn't really do much.
Right. It's like, what are the legendary Final Fantasy games? 2/4, 6, 7, 8, 9, not as much, but kinda, and 10. And it's like,
4's good.
I said 2/4. 2 and 4
I
are
don't-
basically the same game.
Well, I never thought about it in the fucking like American way or whatever, because I wasn't buying games whenever 3/6 came out. So anytime I've ever seen the Final Fantasy games, they were numbered properly.
Right. Well, like I have 3 on DS, like the
Yeah.
real 3, and it's like it is regarded as the most vanilla, like class-based fucking
The Onion Knights.
yeah Final Fantasy story.
It was like the first. Well, you could switch jobs or something. I know there was something like.
You can do that in 12. You can do that in. Can you do that in 5? I'm not sure.
Well, I meant like it was the first one in the series to do it.
And then you also have Final Fantasy Tactics, which on its own as a tactical RPG is a legendary game.
Yeah, but those are spin-offs.
Yeah, but still, it's like
Yeah.
they used to make insane Final Fantasy games that are just that have become, like you said, legendary. And now it's like we're just throwing this shit to you. Like a lot of people like 15, but a lot of people fucking hate 15.
Yeah.
So it's like, but the story for 15 is just excellent.
Well, it seems like they took a lot of the Final Fantasy tropes too far, and like the fact that you look like you're the Japanese version of NSYNC.
Shut up. Don't ever say that again. You just made my mind realize some things. You're not wrong. But NSYNC had 5 people. We got
They killed
4. Yeah, we're gonna knock one off. Make all their hair black instead of blonde.
Crosses over with the Japanese version of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
But anyway, I think we're done with.
I think the blonde dude in Final Fantasy 15 looks like Zell, and that pisses me off.
Oh, Prompto, he's awesome.
I just don't like Zell, and he looks like Zell, and I'm like, ah.
See, I always liked Zell because he was funny.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
just
a
thought
dickhead.
it was Jackass.
Yeah, he's a jackass. Well, it's like Tidus. I love Tidus is my favorite Final Fantasy character, and he's a fucking idiot.
Well, he's dumb in a different way.
Yeah.
But
well, you can't like we've talked about it. You can't really blame him. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on for like half the fucking game.
He's like a pampered twat too.
It's like, what do you mean? Why don't you just beat their asses? It's like, you can't do that. It's against the teachings. And Waka's over there like sucking the priest's dick all the time.
Like, hey, let's fucking kick these out, bed, eh?
Yeah. It's like, you're racist.
He's this religious
Joe
zealot
DiMaggio voices him, and that is just fucking funny.
Yeah, that's so weird. Fucking Disney is the one who bought Futurama, and is why it's making new episodes.
Then why is it on Hulu?
Because Disney owns Hulu.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Disney! Damn it! Do not bring it back without him. But, I've also been playing a shitload of Paper Mario. I'm almost done with that, too.
Sorry to interrupt you real quick, but the thing was that Disney sent out just, this is the amount you're going to get paid to the original actors, and Joe DiMaggio was like, that's kind of cheap, and Disney's like, casting call. Like, as soon as he did that.
Wow.
Yeah, just fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, one of the most iconic fucking characters.
Right.
Like, Disney's fucking thing.
It's like Disney doesn't realize, like, honestly, how popular Futurama was.
Yeah. Well, Disney doesn't realize that fucking iconic characters need to look relatively like their fucking other iterations. You can't just have, like, here's Batman, but he's 5'3". Here's 6'7" Batman. You know what I mean? If you keep messing with the fucking thing, formula, it's no longer iconic.
Right.
Well, the formula you can fuck with. It's just the look. Batman has to look like Batman.
Right. It's like, that's why I'm curious about this Robert Pattinson fellow playing this Mr. Twilight playing Batman.
Yeah.
But he's played in other things.
Like, he looks like a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm channeling my inner Kurt Cobain. It's like, you're like Jesse Pinkman or fucking somebody from Train Spotting.
Yeah, but everybody was pretty hyped up about that trailer where he beat the living piss out of that dude.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks better than I thought it would be, and certain parts do look good.
I mean, let's kick off. Say Twilight. Say he didn't play in Twilight. All the other shit he's ever played in, he is like a really good actor. But it's like in a different kind of way.
Of shit that he did.
Like, have you ever seen P.S. I Love You?
No.
Or, oh wait, I'm sorry, not P.S. I Love You. Remember Me? It's a romance, like, drama movie or whatever. He was like really, really good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, I think, at least.
Yeah. P.S. I Love You was I'm pretty sure Antonio Banderas. Or something else stupid like that.
Did you know the chick in Twilight was in, I forget if it's The Strangers or The Messengers or whatever?
Kristen, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart or whatever?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. She's in a bunch of other movies where she had no emotions.
Right. Did you ever see? It's like kind of a newer movie. It's her and Jesse Eisenberg. And,
the fucking dude that was.
Yes. All I have to do is say yes because you can never forget that dude's face. So I'm just.
Like in Lex Luthor.
Wait, what?
He was Lex Luthor.
No, he wasn't.
I think he was.
The curly-headed
dude
fuck?
that did. Yeah, he's bald. And he was Lex Luthor in the fucking the really bad Superman movies with Henry Cavill in them.
No, he wasn't.
Pretty sure.
No.
He's the dude that did the Facebook movie, right?
The face? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was like Oh, you mean the person that's always been like big and intimidating? It's like, yeah, we're gonna change him to this wirely weirdo dude.
That's annoying.
Yeah. I found that out. I like looked at the cartoon version of Lex Luthor where he's like this fucking broad-shouldered, fucking chiseled bald man, and then I look at that and I'm like, oh.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, and they made him like crazy, like eccentric, instead of just being like a cold, ruthless, fucking smooth talking asshole. It's like that was the appeal to Lex Luthor. How could you do that?
Right, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't think anybody really likes it, but jeez, man.
I think people try not to think about that. I know some people defend it because they're like, oh, he's mad scientist man. It's like, supposed to be like ruthless business tycoon, but yeah.
Jeez.
You're like fucking demoralized.
Yeah, I am. This makes me mad. I'm looking at this right now. Hold on. No, I have to know. Hold on. Jesse Eisenberg. Did you say Superman, right? Superman?
Superman versus Batman and Man of Steel, I think.
Get the fuck out of here! Are you fucking shitting me? No. No.
I'm glad you're finally the one that gets mad.
What is the fucking bald?
Looks like he's got leukemia.
Yeah. No. Was Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor? Get the fuck. No. No. Nope, out of that real quick. Nope, not happening. But anyway, the fucking one with him and Kristen Stewart, American Ultra.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they're like, it's like an action movie or something. But they were also in Adventureland together, and Adventureland's pretty good. And the only reason Adventureland is good is because fucking
Just thinking Adventure Time and Jesse Eisenberg being Finn and whatever her name is being Jake.
And Adventureland had Free Guy in it. What the fuck? He's my favorite actor. Why can't I think of his name? I'm like,
Ben
fucking.
Ham is one of my favorite actors.
I feel like I got a slap in the fucking face with him being bald and Lex Luthor.
What the?
Why can't I think of his fucking name? He played the Green Lantern. What's his name?
Oh, it was Deadpool.
My boy. That boy. What's his name?
Is Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Brian Reynolds or something.
Brian Reynolds.
Brian?
Yes.
I'm horrible with names, dude. So it's so hard for me to talk about anime. It's like I'm terrible with English names. I've never heard this name before.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god, I'm just staring at his fucking bald head right now. No, it's not fucking, it's so stupid.
Where is my mind?
Oh man. But alright. I think we're done with this episode.
Is my mind.
Let's record here in a little while. We'll do Monster Hunter World.
I have to go to Madrid.
Oh, okay. Well, we can record tomorrow then.
Yeah, I at least wanted to get one.
Yeah, we have to. Alright. We'll record throughout the week, actually, if you want to.
Cute.
Alright.
Oh, I don't know if I said this on an episode, but whenever you put my box in the fucking bush, I was gonna tell you the story and I forgot about it. But when I made the OP character on Crusader Kings, I made
You told me about it.
No, I didn't tell you the other parts. but I made him beautiful, so he was like having sex with everybody, and
Ah,
I
okay.
would disown my bastard children, or I would legitimize them, and my wife would get mad, and she eventually cheated on me, which I tried to get in on a threesome, but it didn't work, and she was disgusted with me, so I ate her.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I was a cannibal, so I just ate people.
Oh, you can do that too? That's neat.
Yeah,
Well, not really neat, but okay. At least it's an option. It's
it
an
was
option most people don't have.
it was my OP character, so he had like maxed out like diplomacy and speech and beauty, so like nobody really cared.
You want to be a cunt? You look like sustenance.
I'm this albino dude that's really tall, so I have these fucking red eyes.
Slender man.
Or the tall man, or the was it the gray man, or what
Yeah,
is
the gray man. Or the
from
pale
Pan's
man.
Labyrinth? Pale man, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up earlier. I've been wanting to see that. I own it, and I need to watch that soon.
You ever watched that?
No, never did. I saw like a scene from it. Never watched it.
I love that movie.
A lot of people do, and that's why I want to watch it. It looks cool as fuck. I
I,
just hate subtitles. That's the only reason I put it off all the time.
I love foreign movies. I've watched so many.
Well, I gotta take a piss. Let's end the episode. Goodbye,
Like,
everybody.
what,
Goodbye.
I wanted to say one thing. It's
What?
like, you hardly ever hear about it, and like it's kind of in the background, mostly of Pan's Labyrinth. It's the driving force behind the story, but it's background.
Okay.
It's like Spain was very, very pro-Nazi.
Great.
Yeah, and
Nice
that's like,
historical fact you're making me hold my piss for. Come on.
sorry, it's just a weird thing you never really see talked about very much. And that's the whole driving force behind the story, so it's very interesting.
Okay. We'll touch back on that starting out next episode.
Yeah.
Ah.
Watch it. Should
Okay.
watch it.
All right.
Adios.